Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the NSC, or Wrestling and Gaming Podcast. I am your host, Chris Canfield, a.k.a. Big C. And what do you see in front of me? This is the Nerd Closet Online Map Maniacs Series 2, Powers of Pain, Warlord and The Barbarian. As you can see from the box itself, beautiful 80s inspired cardboarding packaging. Let's take a look at these things here. So there we are. There's the Warlord and the Barbarian, Powers of Pain, with the Map Maniacs logo on the top, all their social media on the bottom, with the Warlord, and on the other side, the Barbarian. On the back, it reads, "The Powers of Pain, the Warlord and the Barbarian, from parts unknown, combined weight 623 pounds. The Powers of Pain were a monster tag team emerging in the late 1980s, brought together by manager Paul Jones and the National Wrestling Alliance, comprised of the Barbarian, Sion Vahal, and the Warlord, Terry Simponsky. The two were initially feuded after the Warlord arrived in the NWA in 1986. The rivalry became a partnership, and the Powers of Pain made their mark, not just in the NWA, but as a destructive force in the WWF tag team divisions. Ain't that the truth? So let's take a look here. As you can see, as all Map Maniacs, they come in a nice Defender case to help keep the packaging as mint as humanly possible. For you unboxed collectors, this is a nice little add-on here. Very nice. There it is, out the package. Like I said, extremely nice 80s inspired packaging. Let these bad boys breathe. Dive a little bit deeper into these. Oh yeah. Again, double pack to make sure they're not fumbling around at all. Gotta protect the bubble on the outside of the inner bubble. Let's put the Barbarian up, and let's take a look at the Warlord. Look at that. Nice deco hits right there with the eye paint. The beard. The reverse mohawk. The armbands. The back. The black wrist tape. Just look how jacked he is, right? Like, that is no joke. Arm movement. Head movement. Waist movement. Black, got the silver trim on his boots. The knee pads molded in. Beautiful. There's the buckles. Both sides. Peg holes on the back side. Oh yeah. Man, tell you, I would hate to mess with these guys back in the day, right? They were just jacked. Big old Jack Meaty, man. Let's take a look at his partner. Oh, I just killed the Warlord. There we go. Look at that tan. Wow. Wow. There's the matchers right there to that reverse mohawk that was on Warlord. Beautiful deco hits right there across the eyes. That big beefy beard. Armbands. Wrist. Knee pads also molded in. There's his boots. There's the buckles on his boots. Little attention to detail there. Another buckle. Peg holes. Man, look at that. Nice arm movement. Give him the pose. Ooh, head's just a little stiff, but it's probably due to his freaking traps. Look at those things. Man, he is jacked. Jacked and tan, meaty men, right? Wow. Let's sit him up there. There we go. Look at that. The powers of pain. Ooh. These particular figures also came with trading cards too, but each one of these say heels on them. Huh? Well, seeing as how we started with the Warlord, let's hop right back in to the Warlord. It's beautiful. Squared circle icons. These here are also done by Kayfabe Cardboard. Same kind of stylized card that all Series 2 has had so far. With the X-Men inspired trading cards from back in the day. Iconic info. The Warlord. 6'5", 323 pounds. Hailing from parts unknown. With the signature move, the running power slam. One of the most jacked behemoths to ever step in the squared circle. The Warlord was known for his terrifying brute strength and devastating power. At 6'5" and well over 300 pounds of muscle, when he hit you with the running power slam, going up, you felt the power. Coming down, you felt the pain. Fun fact here, the Warlord once bench pressed a whopping 500 pounds for an incredible 19 reps on live television. The Warlord and his tag team partner, The Barbarian. Iconic info. The Barbarian, 6'2", 300 pounds, hailing from parts unknown. Signature move, diving headbutt. The Barbarian was one of the most feared men to ever compete in the sport of professional wrestling. Just ask his opponents. Quick and agile for his hulking size, Barbarian could do it all in the ring, and could just as easily gorilla press you as deliver a standing high kick to your face without breaking a sweat. But if he hit you with the diving headbutt, turn out the lights. Fun fact. As a teenager, Barbarian was sent by the King of Tonga to Japan to study sumo wrestling. Then, you know what? For as much as I know about wrestling, I never knew that. So that is a fun fact. But there you go, folks. The Maniacs, Series 2, Powers of Pain, Warlord and the Barbarian. Brought to you by the Nerd Closet Online. This is Chris Canfield, a.k.a. Big C. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and peace out.